Hi, I'm Steve. You can call me Steve. A few years ago, I described an encounter I had in Australia with a grey huntsman spider. It was not the calm and rational discussion leavened with dry humor that you've come to expect from me. The phrase, "kill it with fire," turns up in the episode title and it goes downhill from there. In my defense, I did not expect to find a spider the size of my face squeezed into a space the width of a magazine. Still, the poor old bugger was more scared of me than I was of it, and it absolutely did not deserve to get pulped with a thong and then scraped off the patio with a garden shovel. The spider I described in that other video, while scary looking, is harmless. Mostly harmless. If it does bite you, the poisoning is quite unpleasant, but you have to work pretty hard to get it to bite you. There are plenty of legitimately dangerous spiders in Australia, like the various types of funnel web. But the one you have to look out for is the redback, which is a relative of the black widow. That one likes to hide in closets and sheds and other dark places that people will reach into without looking. The song about the one in the toilet seat, while amusing, is probably fictional. Again, redbacks and funnel webs will only bite defensively. You have to seriously annoy them, or in the case of wandering funnel webs, step on them in the dark. The same thing is generally true of all spiders. Humans are not their prey, so they're not hunting us. They would much prefer to be left alone to control the populations of all the various types of insects that annoy us and spread malaria. I've been focusing on the tiny fraction of spiders that are venomous enough to harm people. The vast majority of them are completely harmless, even the big hairy ones. Tarantulas look frightening, and I strongly suspect I'm going to regret doing research on them right before going to bed, but for the most part their venom is no worse than a wasp sting. They'll even give you plenty of warning before biting. They'll wave their legs at you and slap you and try to run away, only biting as a last resort if you're still stupid enough to bother them after that. A lot of people keep them as pets. I honestly don't know how that works, or if you can get the same affection from a spider that you do from a cat or a dog. To each their own, I guess. I touched on this earlier, but without spiders, we would be absolutely overrun with insects. Flying insects, crawling insects, biting insects, plus a whole bunch of insect-adjacent creatures. You think the mosquitoes are bad now? Just try to imagine what it would be like if they didn't have to try and dodge sticky web traps to avoid becoming a meal. As helpful as spiders are, I'm still not going to cuddle them. I have a healthy respect and appreciation for them, but I prefer to do that from a distance. They can build their webs and perform their vital task in places where they are going to catch lots of bugs, but not my face. At least in Canada, they're small and unobtrusive. Walking down the street in Australia and seeing dozens of spiders this big in webs this big is unsettling, to say the least. More than one of my family members, including myself, have discovered a reasonably large spider sitting on our heads. I rather think I've lost the thread here. Spiders are vital, and some of them can be downright cute. There are memes of adorable yet misunderstood little jumping spiders, and peacock spiders have colorful markings that can look quite beautiful. Thanks to the internet's tendency to latch onto anything cute, spiders are becoming less feared and more accepted. That's spiders. They're not the monsters of horror movies, but rather a vital part of the ecosystem that keep insects and other creepy crawlies in check. Don't bother them, and they won't bite you. Especially, don't dig up their burrows, poke at them with a knife, and say, "Crikey, he's getting a bit stroppy." They're more scared of you than you are of them. Thanks for watching. I've been Steve.